Hi, my name is Connie Borseth, and I'm going to talk to you about what stewardship means to me and why it's important for me to live a stewardship way of life. Plain and simple, stewardship is saying yes. Saying yes by always giving back. This way of life was instilled to me by my parents. Both my mom and dad gave of themselves, and I was always proud of how they shared their talents. My dad worked as a mechanic, but after work is where he gave back. I will never forget the time when I came home and there were 16 lawnmowers in the driveway that he was fixing for people. So he also fixed cars for everyone in our little town, and he would often say, "Mark it under the hood." And my mom was the same way. She did it all. She wasn't a nurse, but she took out everyone's stitches. She was the one they just called for everything. She made cakes for every occasion. She pierced ears, cut hair. She just did a million things. Too many to mention. But they both did this like out of the goodness of their hearts, never for money, always giving back. So growing up with role models like this, I never actually thought about the word stewardship before, but I guess they lived it and they passed that on to me. I've always also been drawn to the prayer of St. Francis, where there's despair, bring hope, where there's darkness, light, and sadness, joy. So stewardship to me is saying yes to taking care of others with the purpose of bringing hope, light, and joy. I try to be there for people as much as I can. If I can be there in person, then awesome. But if I can't, then, sending a card, a gift, a text, making a phone call, or praying for them by name, and then letting them know that I'm praying. Also, just anything, that will bring hope, light, and joy. These are like the stewardship things that I try to do daily. So first, taking care of my family, and then taking care of my friends and neighbors, and extending that same love and care to people that I don't even know. I mean, it just took me less than 5 minutes to fill up a bag for the Resurrection Health and Wellness Collection for this month for the homeless shelters. I read the prayers and reflections and didn't even have to make a trip to the store. So to me, saying yes and giving back is whatever we have, whether it's big or small, it's all just as important. So whether I'm visiting a nursing home or rocking a baby in the NICU or trying to help anyone in between those ages, bringing God's love is what I try to focus on. I think it's again important to remember the prayer of St. Francis, not so much to be consoled as to console, or where there's doubt, true faith in you. Because even when someone might be hurting or distant from God, when you bring them love, their eyes are opened and their hearts become accepting to God's love. So I try to help people see the good in the world to help shift their focus, especially in times like the ones that we're living in now. So if your goal is to become a steward of God's gifts, I think it just takes a moment of quiet reflection, and the Holy Spirit will provide you with answers and ideas and motivation. God has given us all talents and gifts to share. How we use them is our gift back to God.